Hi, my name is Greg Fallon. I'm the Vice President of Platform and Technology Strategy here at Autodesk, and I'm based in Portland. Today, I'd like to explore with you the role of automation and artificial intelligence and how we design and make things. At Autodesk, we make software for people who make things. If you've ever driven a high-performance car, admired a towering skyscraper, used a smartphone, or watched a great film, chances are you've experienced what millions of Autodesk customers are doing with our software. At Autodesk, our vision is to imagine, design, and make a better world. Autodesk has had a presence in the Portland area since the mid-1990s. In 2018, we moved our offices from the suburbs outside Portland into the town storage building in the Central East Side. Today, we employ close to 240 people in Portland and are still hiring. Industries that make things are facing tremendous change. Demand for their products is increasing. Today, there are over 7.5 billion of us living here on Earth. By 2050, there will be 10 billion of us. Today, just over half of the global population lives in cities. By 2050, 2/3 of us will live in cities. Population increase and urbanization are increasing demand for infrastructure. Not to mention the fact that much of the world's infrastructure, especially in this country, is aging and will need to be replaced. And those 10 billion people will want and need the same things we all do: communication and computing devices, transportation, food, and housing. The need for more is inevitable. But there are downsides to more, like pollution and resources that are becoming more and more difficult to find. The demand on resources extends beyond things to people. In many parts of the world, there are not enough skilled workers to meet demand. As we plan for the inevitability of more, how do we balance this with the reality of less? What if we could do more with less? The challenges we face today are testing even the most resilient institutions. The opportunity for better today has a sense of urgency. How do we quickly increase manufacturing capacity for personal protective equipment, temporary hospitals, and medical devices? How can new suppliers be brought online quickly? How can supply chains become more flexible? How can businesses continue to operate in a work-from-home environment? How can businesses reconfigure offices and production lines to improve the safety of their employees? There's no single solution to all of these problems, but we do know that AI and automation are important tools that will play a significant role. Some see a future that is scary, where automation destroys jobs, where people are replaced by robots. There's no question that automation and AI will have an impact on our jobs. Automation will fundamentally change the way we work. But at the same time, automation offers tremendous promise to help us do more with less, better than before. Automation holds great promise to make us more effective at our jobs, augmenting human strength and ingenuity, helping us make better use of energy and materials. At Autodesk, we recognize that automation will contribute to job disruptions and that we have a responsibility to help workers adapt. Autodesk is developing training and technologies to help workers learn new skills, collaborate with AI in new ways, earn professional credentials, and secure new jobs. We're investing in communities, fostering collaborations across the workspace, commissioning research, and investing in solution-oriented organizations. One of the critical automation technologies we're developing at Autodesk is generative design, a form of artificial intelligence that is a design companion to engineers and architects. Generative design uses machine learning and the power of the cloud to augment our human abilities. It lets humans define the problem to be solved along with any constraints and let the machine explore the full design space. Here's an example of generative design in action. It's being used to design a new rider arm on an electronic sport bike from Lightning Motorcycles. The engineers provide the design criteria and constraints like connection points, loading conditions, materials, and manufacturing methods. Generative design then generates dozens of potential solutions, all fully simulated and validated for the engineer to choose from. Generative design can also be applied to buildings. This image depicts a triangular shaped property that Airbus is evaluating for a new engine assembly facility. The goal of the Airbus team is to create the most efficient facility possible on the space. The team identified several factory design variables for evaluation by the generative design system. Things like land use efficiency, construction cost, sustainability, employee work conditions, logistics flow, customer viewing experience, daylight, and the potential for the building to expand in the future. The generative design tool offered the team hundreds of design options to choose from and tools for them to make the trade-offs. The team identified 2 options from the study that they decided to explore further. Whichever direction they take, Airbus is confident that the aircraft will be made more quickly, the logistics flows more efficient, and the workers will be more effective in their jobs. AI is helping Airbus to create better conditions to help both the business and the workers to prosper. What if AI could help us respond to the current COVID-19 pandemic? What if our generative design tools could be used to plan for back-to-work scenarios in facilities globally? What if generative design could be used to reduce the risk of COVID-19 transmissions? These are the questions that we are exploring at Autodesk right now. Today, we're applying generative design to helping companies reimagine their spaces in the era of COVID. To wrap up, we believe in the transformative potential of AI. However, AI is also an emerging technology that poses challenges which policymakers around the world need to understand and address. Governments should bolster development and deployment of AI to help tackle important societal needs and challenges, and also mitigate risks where necessary. This includes improving transparency, combating bias and discrimination, ensuring data privacy and security. We also must provide workers skills to use and benefit from AI, and to aid those whose jobs are negatively impacted. I began this presentation by talking about our opportunity to do better. To do better as a society, we will need to learn how to do more with less. To succeed in this endeavor, it will be critical for us to use artificial intelligence and automation, to use this technology responsibly, and to make this technology affordable and accessible to all. Now, more than ever, this is not just an opportunity. We have an obligation to do better. And better starts here. Thank you.